Hello again, legend. I'm talking about the game, of course. Oh, how many memories come flooding back. This one is gonna be very personal. Countless hours spent in Counter Strike, the first game that made me love gaming. CS 1.6 will always hold a special place in my heart. I don't know about you, but CS was like my country's national sport. Everyone played it. Every chance I had, I played it. There were no other games to me. Get home from school, the first thing you do, turn on 1.6. Being sick and skipping school, turn on 1.6. My brother spent like 7,000 hours in this game. I didn't spend so much time in game, but I tried pretty much everything it has to offer. Oh, and how much there is to offer. But first, let's get the boring stuff out of the way. As probably everyone knows, Counter Strike was created as a mod for Half Life. Valve picked up the creator and released it as a standalone game in 2000. The price was low, making it a compelling offer. It's a classic competitive type game where two teams battle each other in a relatively small map. First person shooter genre had always been vast, but to me, my brother, and many other people, CS was the one true and undisputable king for more than a decade. Longevity is incredible considering how simple the game is. No Halo, no Battlefield, no Call of Duty could catch my attention. We didn't even care about Half Life, which was the father of Counter Strike. If you've been addicted to 1.6, you'll understand what I'm saying. Probably I started playing when I was 7 or 8, which was years after the game's release. So, what was so special about it? Well, CS was one of the first truly competitive online games, alongside Quake, Warcraft, and StarCraft. These were the games that truly started esports as we know it today. But why was it so popular? You see, Counter Strike's beauty lies in its simplicity. The game is intuitive and easy to play. The actual competitive play is 5 versus 5 in a relatively small map where each team tries to achieve an objective: plant a bomb, rescue hostages, or simply kill the enemy team. Maps are straightforward, and so is the gameplay. However, that doesn't mean that the skill ceiling is low. In reality, it's the opposite. Two major factors play here: tactics and aim. That means how do you approach the objective each round, how much time you wait, what grenades and where to use them, and so on. An aim ceiling is basically endless. No matter how good you are, there's always room for improvement. Simplicity and high skill ceiling are responsible for this game's popularity as evident by current competitive titles. Something important this game lacks: a good anti-cheat system. Back was a joke then as it is now, although that gave servers the opportunity to make admins to watch over the players. It was a privilege to be an admin. Usually they were the most active and best players, and they kept the servers clean of hackers or even annoying people. I have to mention that CS 1.6 had many balance issues. For example, players usually use two pistols, Glock USB and Deagle, one submachine gun MP5, one rifle M4 AK, and of course, the AWP. All other guns were virtually useless and couldn't match it against these. The meta was strong. Actually, I'd like to mention the Deagle separately. It was so overpowered here, it's actually insane. Almost no recoil, relatively fast shooting, accurate, and high damage. One more thing I can think of, which people actually liked but I consider it OP, is ducking. Good players would walk only in spawn, every other second they would be ducking when not sneaking around. A constantly moving target which even if you pre-aimed wouldn't be directly in your crosshair. In my opinion, it's a bit too much of an advantage for attackers. Smokes are also weird, basically useless since you can pretty much see through them. There are no insane smoke plays like you can do in CSGO. Fun fact, grenade hitboxes in 1.6 are 1 pixel, so they could be thrown through extremely small gaps. But enough bashing, let's move on. Ah yes, one weird feature is wall banging. The walls in this game seem to be paper thin, almost anything can be shot through, which might seem like a flaw, though in reality it's magnificent. In a map like DE Nuke, good camping spots are scarce since players can spray through every wall. Honestly, as bad as it sounds, I love it. Then, of course, there are graphics, which were fine in the year 2000. But this game stayed popular for more than a decade, and its aging visuals were clear, but no one played it for the visuals. Counter Strike Source with improved graphics was released in 2004, but that's just a remake I didn't care about. Visual appeal doesn't matter because CS 1.6 is all about gameplay and community. What do I mean by that? Well, I talked about 5v5 competitive before, but there was no direct implementation for that. You had to organize these matches yourself. So everyone played in community servers, which is where the heart of the game is. Truly an incredible experience. For example, public servers. Public means similar to a 5v5 competitive but with more players, usually 16 versus 16. This is where people gather to show off their skill and practice further. Of course, hacker accusations would fly left and right here, giving you satisfaction. I've also extensively played Base Builder, Knife, Gun Game, Death Race, Jailbreak, Zombie Plague Surf, and Zombie Swarm with XP servers. The variety is exceptional. If you get bored by one server or mod, just move to another. The difference between 1.6 and, let's say, CSGO or any other competitive game is 1.6 was all about community. Every day you played in the same servers, you'd see the same people, you talk to them, argue, shit talk. It was consistent and truly magical. One of the servers I spent a lot of time in was a swarm one, and the best part about it, the people in it. I knew everyone and everyone knew me. We would chat or talk all the time, listen to funny arguments and people raging. Wow, what a source of entertainment. If you had the same experiences as I did, you understand how magnificent this game is. It has spirit, it has soul. I tried community servers in CSGO, but they are nowhere close, and most of them are retake or deathmatch. CS 1.6 has this special feel and vibe that can be put into words. You have to play it to understand. Even the list of maps, which to be fair were far from perfect, makes my heart skip a beat. Damn, what a nostalgic and biased trip. I miss 1.6. Also, does too. This